Well, hello, 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 and good evening. This is Mary Warren, aka Marvelous Mary, and today I want to just connect with you and begin to share with you my journey with kidney disease. And so many of you know that I was diagnosed back in August with stage 2 kidney disease. And when I went to the specialist in September, they told me I was at stage 4. Well, I asked what were the remedies, and they told me just to come back in 2 months. They asked me if I was diabetic, and I told them no. They asked me if I had high blood pressure. I did say yes. And if I had gout, and I told them no. I had gout more than 15 years ago. And he asked me again about being diabetic, and I told him again, I'm not. I said, are you trying to make me diabetic? Well, they told me come back in 2 months, and I told them that I needed time to work on my health since I was not aware that I was diagnosed as such. And so with my journey, I started researching to see what options did I have to clear and or regain my health. And as I was on that journey, I began to find all sorts of information on the web, but mostly I had connected with a company about a year prior and started becoming more hydrated. And what most people don't know is that dehydration can cause many, many, many complications. And I was not aware, even though I drank a lot of water, that I was not drinking the right kind of water. And so it's not enough just to drink water, but we have to know the right type of water to drink. And I want you to know that as I began to pursue, I immediately told him that I did not accept that diagnosis. I told him that I believe that I'm healed. I also explained to him that in care, with proper care, prayer, and changing my diet, then in 2 months, let's see what difference made. And so as I began to take that journey, and of course, I've been a healthy eater for quite some time after working in nutrition education. But also remember, as we begin to grow and life hits us, we just figure that we are okay. And oftentimes we neglect our health, especially when you are a caretaker for others. And so as I began that journey, I started doing the research and I connected with a hydration, mineralized, and alkaline product. And as I began to use this product, I decided that I was going to double up. Now, mind you, in between that time, after I got the diagnosis, my ability to void became less and less. They told me I was at 40% functionality, that my kidneys were functioning at 40% capacity. And I began to pray and I began to pray and I began to pray. But I also began to double up on my water intake. And I would drink sometimes 22 ounces, 44 ounces, or more of water and would barely eliminate a cupful. That's right, I was barely eliminating a cupful. And I was concerned. I was concerned because I said, Lord, I wasn't doing this prior to. Prior to, I had no problems going to the bathroom. Now, granted, getting up in the middle of the night, I would tend to say, no, I'll sleep and wait until in the morning and hold my water, which, let me tell you now, is not a good thing. I would hold my water and say, I'll just wait and lay there and lay there, and that was not good. And in addition to that, as I said, I began to not be able to go to the bathroom and function as properly and as I prior did. And so I began to say, what in the world is going on? And believe it or not, I found myself slumping into a semi-depression. I thank God for our prayer group in the mornings at 5 a.m. because that group caused me to continue to push. I thank God for my business group at 7 a.m. Again, that group caused me to push, and I would push to be on those calls and to be with and or lead the people And I'd find myself sometimes going back to bed or sitting on the sofa just staring into space, wondering what in the world is going on. And I felt like at that point, I was slowly slipping into a downward spiral. That's right, I was slipping into a downward spiral. And I had to push. I had to push to bring myself out of it. And I would sleep most of the day because I was too tired to do anything. And I'd get up and get dressed in time for my husband to come home and then make dinner and attempt to put a smile on my face. Why? Because I did not want him to worry. And so as I continued to move forward with that, and as I continued to drink my water, and again, I drank a highly alkaline, mineralized, and alkaline mineralized product, I began to get more hydrated. And that has been the turning point. And again, it's not just any water. It's God's water. We call it God's water. Why? Because it comes from the bottom of the ocean. The minerals are all natural from the bottom of the ocean, and they come from Okinawa, Japan. And what I love is that most of the Okinawans live to be in the triple digits. That's right. Their average lifespan is over 100. And I began to decree and declare that I would live at least until 120, which is what I've been promised. And so by drinking this water, again, normally I would drink at least 4 bottles, 22-ounce bottles of water a day. We know that we're supposed to drink at least half of our body weight. And so 88 ounces was good, even though I needed to drink more. I at one point was working on doing a gallon a day, and that quickly went downhill. Well, when I began to drink this water, and as I said, I doubled up, I went back to the doctor in November, and in November, they told me, you are on the verge, you're almost at stage 2 kidney disease, and if you keep whatever up that you're doing, keep it up, you will be at a stage 2. Well, I want you to know in November that was my diagnosis, but then December, January came along. When I went back to the doctor in January, it was official. The doctor said that I was at a stage 2. I had gone from 40% functionality to 53% and climbing. So I am so excited. I am so excited that between the Zuma products, which is the name of the company, Zuma Worldwide, and between their products and the effectual fervent prayers of the righteous availing much, God is turning my situation around. Now, I can't promise you that he'll do the same for you, that the products will do the same for you. I know that God can, and he's no respecter of persons. What he's done for me, he can do for you and some more. And I submit that you need to run, not walk, but run and click on the link that I have in my description, or reach out to me in the comments so that I can get you connected with your Zuma products. I am on a mission to help 500 families become more hydrated. That's right. I am on a mission to help 500 families become properly hydrated. So I encourage you to join my 90-day challenge. My 90-day challenge is to empower 500 families within 90 days to rehydrate, to get on our program and get properly hydrated. Again, it's not the water you drink, but it's the proper kind of water. And this water helps to hydrate you from the cellular level. And that means that you are highly alkaline. The water is highly alkaline, and diseases cannot live in an alkaline body. And so that's part of my story. I'll share more. And I encourage you, if you are struggling with kidney disease, with acid reflux, with being diabetic, or even high blood pressure, I want you to know, when I started on this water journey, the first thing that happened was the acid reflux that I was dealing with was immediately eradicated within the first couple of days of using the X2O, which is a little sachet that I drop in my water. I drop this in my water and shake it up, and you can actually see the minerals in the water floating around. And when I started my X2O, I want you to know that my acid reflux was quickly gone. And since I've been on the products, I've lost over 14 pounds. My blood pressure numbers have come down. I've been on lisinopril, I've been on amlodipine, and I've been on 25 milligrams of medication, and I've been off of one, and I'm down now to 20 milligrams and working. So these products work for me, and I am so excited to share them with you as well. And so again, reach down into the link and click the link, and you'll have more information. And if this information resonates with you, I ask you, would you like and hit that subscribe button so that I can bring more content your way? And ring the little bell, ring that little bell so that you'll know when I post more content. So again, thank you so much for coming on our channel. Thank you so much for listening. This is Mary Warren, aka Marvelous Mary, and this channel is Moments with Marvelous Mary. And my goal is to empower you to live a healthier lifestyle. So again, be sure to reach out, and I look forward to talking with you and seeing you share your journey, sharing your victories based on your success. All right, I am out. Have a blessed and wonderful day.